The following is a presentation of the OLSH Sports Network. We welcome you to Central Valley. It's Coach Dave Nickel Gymnasium at the middle school in Central Valley as the OLSH Chargers travel to Central Valley to take on the Lady Warriors in Charger basketball. Pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm OLSH. Glad you could join us. We got what should be a good one, as a couple of pretty good basketball teams are going to go at each other today. Central Valley hosting, they come in with a record of 2-0, winning their first two games, opening up against Laurel, beating them 48-25, following that up with a win at Newcastle by a score of 66-40. The Chargers, on the other hand, come in with a record of 3-1. They win their first game 41-33 over Quaker Valley in the Montour tip-off. And then in the championship game of the Montour tip-off, they lose. Their only loss comes to 5A Montour by a score of 46-43 that came down to the final shot, a three ball by the Chargers that rimmed in and out, and the buzzer sounded to end that one. So the Chargers came that close to tying or possibly beating a 5A school. Good job there. They went on to beat Eden Christian, game you saw right here on the OLSH Sports Network as well, 38-21. And then last week, they went on the road to Alderdice and beat the Dragons 57-37 for their 3 wins and 1 loss. They come in tonight, as I said, 3-1. They are currently basically tied for first place with Keystone Oaks. Keystone Oaks currently has a 4-1 record. Obviously, no section games have been played yet. And Coach Eckerly is cautiously optimistic about his team this year. He kind of smiles at you and says it should be a fun year. So we'll see what plays out. Central Valley comes in first place, undefeated in Section 2 of 4A. And Coach Chris Rasso has his team playing at a high caliber right now as well. Hey, we do want to mention a congratulations before we get going to one of the basketball players, a multi-sport athlete for the Chargers. Morgan O'Brien plays basketball, volleyball, and softball. And Morgan was named to the PBCA All-Star team this past week. So congratulations, Morgan, on your election to the All-Star volleyball All-Star team. That's some great stuff right there. So before we get going, we'll get you the starting lineups here for these two teams. First, for the visiting OLSH Chargers. Coach Eckerly will send this starting lineup out, and if you've heard this before, you don't have to stop me, but it's becoming pretty much the routine starting lineup for the Chargers. A 5'6" senior guard, number 2, McKinley Walsh, will get a start, along with another senior, 5'8" senior forward, Morgan O'Brien, the pre-mentioned Morgan O'Brien. She wears number 4. Number 11 is sophomore guard at 5'7", Sarah Dashner. Number 20 is a senior forward at 5'7", Gia Marino. And number 22 is a junior guard at 5'6", Claudia Irulo. Again, for the Chargers, it is McKinley Walsh, Morgan O'Brien, Sarah Dashner, Gia Marino, and Claudia Irulo. On the bench, along with Coach Eckerly, are his assistants, Deanna Mara, Chris Viscadis, Ashley Norling, class of 19, and Tess Deacon, class of 19, to help Coach Eckerly on the bench. On the other side, for the home team, the Central Valley Warriors, led by Chris Rasso. So we'll send this lineup up against your Chargers. Number 10 is a 5'9" senior forward, Mariah Nastic. Number 11 is a 5'10" senior guard, Maddie Spurnak. Number 12, a junior guard at 5'6", is Kylie Godshaw. Number 23 is a 5'8" junior guard, Dominique Douglas. And number 33 is another junior at 5'9", playing in the forward position, Naya Hayes. Again, for the Warriors, it is Mariah Nastic, Maddie Spurnak, Kylie Godshaw, Dominique Douglas, and Naya Hayes for the Chris Rasso-led Warriors. This is my first look at the Chargers away uniforms this year, and I'm liking them. In the past years, they've had the charcoal gray uniforms with the purple numbers. They look good, but the numbers were hard to read. They've gone to the very deep purple, almost a black uniform, but they're a purple with gold and white trim and white numbers, and boy, the numbers pop out at you, and they're going to be fun to see from. I'm up in the press box. It's high above. We're about 10 or 15 feet higher than the camera angle right there, but we're up high, and the numbers just jump out at you. They're great. I love them. Not that the other ones weren't, but these are awesome. I love these uniforms. Central Valley in their home white uniforms, the powder blue, I call it Carolina blue trim, along with black, and again, their numbers are easy to see as well. So we will step aside, take care of some business here. We'll be back with the national anthem and opening tip right after these messages. Don't go away.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow, not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
Welcome back to Central Valley, getting ready for the national anthem. These two teams met last year at the AAC. The Chargers were victorious by a score of 51-36. Chargers trying to repeat that this year. So we'll listen in to the national anthem here at Central Valley. National anthem. Well, we got the preliminaries done. Starting lineups will be introduced here, but just want to let you know that for the Chargers, out of lineup tonight is sophomore Cameron Hummel. She's got an ankle injury. Said she's feeling good, but can't really play the game right now with her ankle. She's hoping to get back soon. Remember the last game that we brought you against Eden Christian, she hit a couple nice buckets. I believe one of them was from beyond the arc. So Cameron is a nice player coming off the bench that the Chargers will miss tonight. It's nice to see Coach Eckerly getting some of the graduates from the program involved with the coaching. Ashley Norling and Tess Deacon played together on the same team. Coming back after they're graduated the next level. Hey, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. All 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10 and 11 are invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student here at OLSH. All the students will be assigned a Charger Ally, which is your host for the day, and attend classes and meet the teachers and students and then eat lunch on us. Charger for a Day program began in October, so register now for your experience at www.olsh.org/visit. About ready to go. Chargers will be going from right to left on your screen. Don't forget about the foul situations now. You get 5 fouls per quarter. And then they clear the slate and you start all over again. The Chargers will end up with the ball. It's Claudia Arullo tries to get it inside to Walsh, and that's knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. It'll stay with the Chargers. Just underway here at Central Valley. Morgan O'Brien will trigger it in. She gets it out to Walsh. Walsh back to O'Brien. She spins on the baseline. Brings it back up top. Hands it off to Dashner. Stands on the logo. And that's taken away by Godshaw. And she'll lay it up and in. It's a steal and a bucket. And Central Valley breaks out on top, 2-0. Here come the Chargers. Blocking foul on Godshaw. She'll pick up her first. Team's first. She tripped up. Claudia coming up the court, and it's Dashner now in the backcourt. Sarah brings it across the timeline. Over to Walsh. Walsh comes baseline, lays it up, too strong. Rebound brought down. Walsh got her own rebound. They fight for it. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to the Warriors. Marino battling in there for that. Couldn't rip it away in time. Here come the Warriors, taken away, stripped by Walsh, ends up in Dashner's hands. She flips it back over to Claudia Arullo. She launches 3-ball on the way, nothing but net. Sorry about that, didn't get your score up there. There you go. Inside, taken away by Walsh, doing her thing. Claudia Arullo brings it across the timeline. Back over to Morgan O'Brien. Down the paint she goes. Lays it up and in. Morgan O'Brien gives the Chargers a 5-2 lead. Again, taken away by Claudia Arullo. Hands it off to Walsh. Inside to Dashner. She'll lay it up and get the foul. The bucket and one. Or no, we got a timeout called by Chris Razzo. 7-2 Chargers with 6:21 left. It'll be a short timeout, 30-second timeout for the Warriors. Hey, you want more information on OLSH Chargers for roster stories and more? Visit www.olshathletics.org. Special thanks need to be sent out to our website sponsor, Covenant Financial Advisors. It'll be CB ball after the bucket by the Chargers. Godshaw will bring it up into the forecourt. They whip it around. Finally into the hands of Spurnack. All the way around to Hayes. Hayes tries to get the ball over to Douglas, and it goes out of bounds. Charger ball. Knocked out of bounds, trying to get it to Walsh. Morgan O'Brien was knocked out of bounds there by Hayes. It'll be Charger ball. Up near the timeline now. Dashner brings it across the timeline, working against Spurnack. Taken away. Travel by Central Valley. Turnover, Charger ball. It'll be Morgan O'Brien triggered in right in front of the Central Valley bench. Into the backcourt it goes to Claudia Arullo. Arullo gets it into Morgan. O'Brien down the paint. All alone is Gia Marino underneath the bucket. An easy 2 for Gia. Nastic gives it up to Hayes. Double dribble. As Hayes turns it over. One more time. 9-2 Chargers here. 5:35 left in the first. Baseball pass to Gia off her fingertips. Can't track it down. It's brought in by Douglas, though. Douglas finds Godshaw up ahead. Knocked out of bounds by Morgan O'Brien. Trying to get it up to Hayes in the corner. Flying solo tonight. Shout out to Christian Harbaugh. Here's Hayes down the baseline, kicks it back out, and they work around. Douglas, Godshaw over to Douglas, far side. Thought about the 3. Walsh ties her up a bit. Baseline, lays it up and in. Easy 2 for Nastic. Claudia Arillo gets it over to Walsh across the timeline. Back to Morgan O'Brien. Morgan O'Brien loses it momentarily, gets it to Dashner. Inside the Gia. Gia lays it up and in. Marino for another bucket. 4 for her. Isabella Miller in the lineup for Central Valley. As Mariah Nastic goes up and gets fouled. I believe Morgan O'Brien will pick up her first. It is. Nastic at the line, shooting a couple. Hard off the back rim. Douglas comes out and Danello comes in for Central Valley. She'll go 1 for 2. Makes it a 11-5 game in favor of the Chargers. And there's a giveaway there. Jump ball, or jump shot, no good. Central Valley gets it back, taken away by Morgan O'Brien, taken right back by Godshaw. And we get another foul on the Chargers. That's going to go against Dashner on a hustle foul. That'll be Sarah's first, team's second. Gia Marino go have a seat as Lola Garner comes in for the Chargers. Miller gets it into Godshaw. Back to Miller. She launches 3 in the air. And she's good for 3. Makes it a 3-point game. Miller from downtown. Another giveaway by the Chargers. And another foul by the Chargers. As once again, Mariah Nastic going to the hoop, draws the foul. Be the third on the Chargers. Second on Morgan. Short on the first. Chargers had a 7-point lead, and it's down to 3 at this point. Make that 2. Gia Marino comes back in, and Morgan O'Brien with her 2 fouls will go have a seat. Walsh will trigger in. Get it into Garner. Garner up ahead to Walsh. Walsh splits the D. Marino, give and go. Garner lays it up, no good. It goes out of bounds off of Garner. Central Valley ball. Triggered in by Miller. Knocked out of bounds by Irulo. Miller will do it again, this time from the sideline. They get it in to Hayes. Hayes will bring it up. Pulls up and gives it to Miller across the timeline. 3.5 to go. Hayes down the paint. Gets the bucket and the foul. Ties it up. Central Valley can take the lead here. And they do. 3-point play the traditional way. Central Valley 12, Chargers 11. Arulo, Chargers have gone dry here. Timeout called by Don Eckerly as Arulo was getting trapped in the backcourt. He calls his first timeout. 30-second variety. Hey, the OLSH chapter of National Honor Society will host a prom dress resale shop in the AAC on Saturday, February 24th. As they prepare for the sale, they're looking for donations of semi-formal dresses from now through the end of January. The focus is primarily prom. However, homecoming dresses and or middle school dresses will also be accepted. Dresses must be in clean and good condition, and donations can be brought to the OLSH main office during business hours. CV on an 8-0 run here, taking the lead 12-11. Chargers have the ball. Having a hard time breaking this pressure. Dashner has it up ahead to Garner. Garner flips it up ahead. Marino, Walsh, Irillo airballs it from the end line. Here comes Central Valley. One more time down the paint, off the glass. She'll draw the foul though. This one will go against Walsh. And that's the 5th foul on the Chargers. Oh, they're calling that on Dashner. Her second. I thought that was Walsh in there. Mia Danello misses the first. Dashner will have a seat. And in comes Libby Gallick. Misses them both. CV, Danello gets her own rebound. This will be off of Irulo, and CV will end up with the ball with 3:09 left here in the first. Full court pressure is really giving Chargers some discomfort here. That one goes off of Douglas, excuse me, that was Miller, out of bounds, Charger ball. Get it into Gallick. Gallick in the backcourt. She'll break the pressure. Up ahead it goes and out of the hands of Walsh. Another turnover, and the Chargers turn it over again, and in checking in is for the Chargers is Emily Gallagher. Walsh will have a seat, as well as Nastic for the Warriors, and in is Cease. 3 ball on the way, and it's good. Out of the hands of Miller again. And it's a 4-point lead for Central Valley. Taken away. Miller knocks it out of bounds as she stole it. And again, this full court pressure is giving Chargers fits. They get it into Irulo. Irulo will turn and bring it up the court. Up ahead, all alone is Gia underneath the bucket. She gets it to roll in, and the Chargers break the dry spell. Off of Irulo, she gets her quick hands on that, knocks it out of bounds. 2:29 left here in the first. Godshaw over to Miller. Back to Godshaw. Get it inside. Danello puts it on the floor, and we get a jump ball. It's going to go to the Chargers. Gallagher will trigger it in. Picked up by Garner. Up ahead to Gia. Gia Marino can't get it to go. Rebound by the Chargers. Gallick had it ripped out of her hands. Here comes Hayes. Hayes up. Underhand layup. Can't get it to go. Bounces around and comes all the way back to Miller. Miller sets it up to Hayes. Hayes goes cross court. Knocked out of bounds by Irulo with 1:53 left. Chargers had a chance to tie it up here. Missed the easy layup. And now Central Valley can extend their lead. It's a 2-point lead right now. Godshaw gets it into Danello. Goes down the paint. She gets fouled. Let's see if Gia gets this one. It will be, ooh, maybe not. Saying Irulo picks it up. Danilo will be shooting 2. Can't get the first one to roll. Checking in for the Chargers, Leah Parker. With 1:44 left here in the first. And she'll get the second one. 3-point lead now for the Chargers. They get it into Irolo. Claudia up ahead. Gallick, she falls down, turns it over. 3 ball on the way from CV, no good. Rebound in the paint by Spurnak. Another 3 on the way. That one is good from Godshaw. 6-point lead for Central Valley. Knocked out of bounds by Hayes. Gallagher to trigger, 1:14 on the first quarter clock. They get it in to Parker. Leah brings it up. Blocking foul. Foul will go against Danilo. Second on Central Valley. Libby Gallick with the ball, top of the key. Into the corner it goes. Parker out to Irolo. Irolo slows it down. Under a minute to go here in the first. Gallagher. Oh, nice give to Parker. Kicks it out to Irolo. Step back 3 off the iron. No good. Brought down by Central Valley. Danilo. And Gallagher will pick up the foul. With 44 seconds left, that'll put Danilo at the line twice as they are in the bonus. This is the first. Gets the second. Gallagher now trying to bring it up down the sideline. Inside, Parker right there, lays it up and in. The Chargers cut it to a 5-point lead with 30 seconds to go here in the first. Godshaw lays it out. They'll slow it down with 25 seconds to go. Spurnak to Godshaw. Taken away by Parker. Parker. 10 seconds to go. Parker up ahead to Walsh. Walsh. Garner. Walsh with a 3. Off the iron, no good. It's knocked out of bounds at the buzzer. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. With the score. Chargers trailing by 5, 20-15 here at Central Valley. Yeah, we'll be right back after this. To 15 is the score after 1. Central Valley holds the lead. And Coach Razzo has given the Chargers fits in the backcourt as he's putting on the full court pressure from end line to end line. And the Chargers having a time breaking that right now. That's the issue. Central Valley causing turnovers and scoring off of them. The Chargers came out strong, and Central Valley was not applying the full court pressure. And once they started doing that, they turned this game around. The Chargers need to find an answer. Central Valley will start with the ball here in the second with a 5-point lead. Hayes inside. Spurnack down the paint. She'll draw the foul. That's been the other issue for the Chargers. They're drawing fouls. They're committing fouls. Walsh picks up her first. Team's first here in the second. But Spurnack will be at the line for a couple. Can't get the first one to roll in. The starting five are not in here for the Chargers as Parker remains in the lineup. Spurnack will get the second one. Makes it a 6-point lead. There's Claudia Irullo behind everybody. Bucket in the foul for Claudia on the baseball inlet pass by Morgan O'Brien. That's the way you break it. Foul will go against Godshaw, her second. Claudia trying to complete the three-point play, can't get it done. 4-point game. Up ahead. Godshaw turns it over. Parker has it. Across to Walsh. Walsh has some open court. Get it across the timeline. She does. Over to Dashner. Dashner will call the play out. Morgan O'Brien to Dashner. Has an open lane to the bucket. Didn't see it at first. Kit tips it out. Nice play there. Gets it out to Morgan O'Brien. Coach Razzo made that call, and the officials agreed. CV ball. Hayes works against Parker. Get it back out to Godshaw. Over to Miller. Back to Godshaw. Back to Miller. Godshaw. Hayes. Baseline. Hands it off. She stepped on the baseline. Turnover. Charger ball. Checking in will be Danilo for Godshaw for CV. They get it into Irullo. Irullo taken away by Danilo. Hands it off. Miller. Spurnack. 3 from Spurnack. Suddenly it's a 7-point game. Timeout called by Don Eckerly. He's seen enough. Calls a 30-second. Hey, do your holiday shopping with gift cards purchased through Raise Right. OLSH Athletics earns a percentage of each gift card bought by our program participants. Visit www.olshathletics.org and check out the fundraiser section in the Fan Zone tab for more information. It's a good way to give to the program. You make your gift card purchases, and a percentage of the purchase goes to OLSH Athletics while you're doing your Christmas shopping. 6:45 left in the half. Chargers trail by 7. Morgan O'Brien will have run of the baseline. Again, the pressure by Central Valley. Parker gets it inside. Here comes Dashner. Dashner inside to Morgan O'Brien. She puts it up, no good. Danilo clears the glass. Chargers not doing a good job on the boards tonight. Hayes with the layup. The little floater goes in. 9-point lead. Chargers trail by 9. This is their largest deficit. Then Irullo, 3 no good. Walsh kicks it back out to Parker. Parker pulls up a little jump shot, way too strong. We get a foul though. I think Parker's going to be at the line shooting a couple. Foul on Central Valley, their second. Foul will go against Miller, her first. Parker gets the first one. Spurnack will have a seat as Douglas comes back in for the Warriors. Parker gets them both. Douglas, or Hayes rather. Little floater, no good, brought down by Danilo. Underneath, we got a jump ball. It's going to go to the Chargers. 5:53 left here in the first half. Chargers need to start boxing out under the glass on both ends of the court. Irullo gets the pass, brings it up. Little pass to Gia. Gia can't get it to roll in. Once again, Danilo with the rebound. And they track it down. They do. Here comes Hayes up the court. Pull up jump shot. Good for 2, nothing but net. Back to a 9-point lead. Morgan O'Brien up ahead to Dashner. Dashner, Parker all by herself, lays it up and in. Back to a 7-point lead. Here comes Hayes, works against Parker. Cross court, 3 ball on the way. Drains another 3. That one was out of the hands of Douglas. Timeout called by Central Valley. Both teams now down to 3 timeouts. 30-second timeout. 10-point lead for Central Valley, 31-21. Again, Central Valley, a 4A school. Chargers playing in the 3A classification. Central Valley in their 2 games, undefeated this year. And here comes the Chargers. Dashner almost taken away, but Morgan O'Brien ends up with it. O'Brien across court. Parker back out to Dashner. To Parker in the corner. Under 5 to go here in the half. Over to Dashner. Dashner passes it right into the hands of Hayes. Right idea, had to look though. Hayes brings it up the court, does a little weave, pulls up 3 on the way, off the iron. Morgan O'Brien has the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of Central Valley, Charger ball. Must have been knocked out of her hands. 4:39 left in this half. Claudia brings it across the timeline, works against Hayes. Irullo to O'Brien, hard off the glass. Marino gets the rebound to go cross court to Parker. Good ball movement here. O'Brien down the baseline, kicks it out. Dashner, 3 on the way. Hard off the iron, rebound came out to Parker, but taken by Danilo. She's doing a great job on the boards at 5'10". Nastic loses it out of bounds after the pressure by the Chargers. Couple ticks over 4 minutes to go here in a 10-point game. Douglas will have a seat. And this one goes out of bounds. Dashner could not catch up to it. Turnover. CB ball. Get it into Miller. Back over to Hayes. She'll go baseline. And Gia Marino had it, but her foot was on the line. It goes out of bounds anyway. CV will do it again. A couple ticks under 4 minutes to go here in the half. 2-3 defense applied by the Chargers. They get it out. Taken away by Arulo. Nice play there. Got in the passing lane. Claudia can't get the roll to go. And Central Valley will clean it up. And Arulo blew a tire. Hayes with the pull-up jump shot. Marino gets the rebound. Claudia Arulo is already up court because she was putting her shoe back on. Here comes O'Brien all the way up the court. 3.5 to go. Knocked out of bounds by Hayes. Miller will have a seat. And Spurnack will come back in for Central Valley. Gallagher comes in for Dashner for the Chargers. 3:29 here in the half. Morgan O'Brien all the way across to Gallagher near side. Inside again. That's about the third time the Chargers try to pass it inside, and there's nobody there but a white jersey. Marino with the rebound. She draws the foul in there against CV. That'll be CV's third. That'll be the first on Spurnack, or no, Nastic. 3:19 on the clock. Claudia Arulo will pick it up, bring it up the court, 2-on-1 down low. Claudia Arulo lost control of it momentarily. A nice play there by Claudia to bang it off the leg of Spurnack. Claudia Arulo, turnaround jump shot. And Claudia is going to pick up another foul here. That'll be the second on the Chargers. I believe the second on Claudia, it is. Hayes will bring it up. Inside the paint. Boy, that was awfully close to 3 seconds there. Garner gets the rebound, hands it off to Gallagher. Gallagher bringing it up. Pull-up jump shot off the glass. Can't get it to roll in. Danilo with another rebound. Here comes Hayes. Pushes it up the court. Kicks it off into the corner. Air ball by Godshaw. O'Brien picks it up, and she'll bring it up. Chargers have numbers. O'Brien lays it off the glass too hard. Again. It's CV with the rebound. They hand it away to O'Brien, though. 2:25 left on the clock. Still stuck at 10 points. Nobody scored here in about 2 minutes. O'Brien into the corner to Gallagher. Gallagher, again, trying to get it into the paint. O'Brien ends up with it. Off the glass, nothing there. This time Spurnack with the rebound. Up ahead, goes off. Nastic, pull up three. Air ball. It'll go to CV with 1:57 left. Lily Seas comes back in for CV along with Miller. It's Hayes with the ball. Godshaw to Seas, to Godshaw, to Hayes. You get in the paint, and O'Brien just took it out of her hands and then got the foul. Douglas will pick up the foul. That'll be number 4 on CV. 1:38 left. Douglas is first. Garner back to O'Brien. Approaching 1.5 to go here in the first half. second quarter. O'Brien floats it too high for Gallagher, turnover. Morgan will have a seat as Marino comes back in for the Chargers. 1:26 on the clock. Glad you could join us here from Central Valley on a Monday evening. Non-section game. Hayes goes in, has her shot blocked. She gets it back. 3-ball on the way, off the iron. She tracks down her own rebound, kicks it back out. Into the corner it goes. Hayes, she says, I'll shoot a 3. Off the iron, no good. This one's going to go out of bounds. Charger ball. 1:03 on the clock. Again, CV controlling the boards here on both ends of the court, which is, Chargers have pretty much figured out the pressure, how to break it. But now they got to figure out how to get control of the boards right now. Claudia Arillo gets it into Garner. Garner gets it to roll in. Chargers take it away. Claudia Arillo goes back up. Can't get it to go. That should be a jump ball. It is. And it's going to go to CV with 41 seconds left. Here's Hayes. Miller launches a 3. Back iron. Arillo had it taken out of her hands by Hayes. Marino says, I'll take that rebound. Hands it out to Gallagher. Chargers with numbers. Parker lays it up and in, rather. Back to a 6-point game. Here's Hayes. Into the paint. Shoots it off the iron. Marino with another rebound. 10 seconds to go. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher up ahead to Garner. Garner, she traveled. That pass was behind her head, and it was kind of hard, and when she caught it, she had to shuffle her feet to get her balance, and hence the travel. 3.9 on the clock. CV will inbound from their end line. They get it in, Godshaw to Miller. They get it in the air, and it goes in off the glass. Nastic just turned and didn't even look, just threw it up off the glass, and it goes in. Makes it an 8-point lead for CV, 33-25. We've come to the close at halftime here. And that is your score. We'll be back with much more here on the OLSH Sports Network. Chargers and Central Valley Warriors doing battle here, and it's 33-25 at the half. Stick around, we got a lot more coming your way. We'll be right back after these messages.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
Bringing you back to Central Valley here in Monaca. It's the Coach Dave Nickel Gymnasium here at the middle school. And it is Central Valley in control right now, as you can see, 33-25 over your Chargers. And we do want to let you know that you can celebrate the holidays at OLSH Christmas Concert and Art Show in the auditorium on Thursday the 14th. If memory serves me correctly, that is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Donations will be accepted at the door to benefit the Fine Arts Department. Concessions and flower sales are going to be available for cash only. This annual show is sure to get you in the Christmas spirit, so hope to see you there. Get your Chargers essentials at olshgear.com. Anything from sweatshirts to pajama pants to hats, we've got you covered. Gear up with the latest in Charger fashion to support your favorite teams during this winter season of sports. That's www.olshgear.com. Hey, save the date and join us on Wednesday, February 7th. I know it's a ways out there, but February 7th at 7 p.m. as OLSH's Speaker Series welcomes Roberto Clemente Jr. This event is free and open to the public, so visit www.olsh.org/speaker series to register. What a great event that will be. Roberto Clemente Jr. coming to OLSH and speak. Hey, did you know that we have 2 alumni youth nights coming up? Friday, January 5th, right after the holidays, our girls basketball team plays Avonworth. And then Tuesday, January 9th, is our boys team up. The boys team plays South Park. Come out and cheer on the Chargers. I do believe that's a great segue. We do have both of those games on the schedule to bring you on OSN. So if you can't make it, you can at least watch. But it's always exciting when Youth Night is in the AAC. They always bring lots of energy. Speaking of, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Nazareth Prep, the Saints, invade the AAC, and the boys are going to have to defend their home territory against a very good 1A school. I say they're 1A, but this is a very good 1A school. They got some athletes, and they'll come in and see if they can't knock off 3A Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Chargers team. So come on out and support the team. If not, Christian Harbaugh will be back to help bring you that one. He's unable to make it due to his prior commitments with Slippery Rock and the girls program up there. That's why he's not here tonight. And I want to give a shout out to Marty Armstrong. Wasn't able to make it tonight. He's making money, so kudos to him. So he was online to come and help out, but then work called, so pays more than what I can pay him. So I know he's watching. Shout out to Marty. Shout out to our #1 fan, Sister Francine. Haven't given you a shout out in a couple games, sister. Had to give you a shout out. I see Ryan Parker across the way in the Chargers bleachers over there. So getting ready to start the third quarter. The Chargers had some issues in the first half. First, it was the pressure that they couldn't beat by the Warriors. Then they figured out how to beat that, but then the Warriors are just dominating the glass on both ends of the court. And it'll be the Chargers to start with the ball here as we start quarter number 3. We are underway as Arillo gets the ball to Dashner. Chargers now going from left to right. A couple 11s work against each other, Spurnack and Dashner. Now it's over to Morgan near side. Over to Dashner. Thought about the 3. She hits Walsh underneath, hands it off to Marino. She goes up, can't get it to go. Again, another board by Hayes this time. She brings up top of the key. Douglas draws the foul. Dashner will pick up the foul for the Chargers. Whoops, I never fixed those. That's the 3rd on Sarah. Spurnack over to Hayes. Into Nastic. Taken away by Irullo, but it goes out of bounds. It stays with CV. They triggered in. Spurnack. Godshaw. Spurnack. Godshaw. Spurnack. She'll take it into the paint. Taken away by Walsh. McKinley hands it off to Irolo. Claudia with the dribble. Right-handed dribble. She hands it off to Dashner. Into the corner to Morgan O'Brien. Kicks it out to Gia Marino. She can't handle it. Goes out of bounds at the Charger bench. Warrior ball. 6:51 left here in the third. And it'll be Hayes to bring it up the court. Hands it off, and it's going to go off of one of the Chargers out of bounds. It's going to stay with Central Valley. There's been no score here in the third so far, and we're down to 6:39 here in the third. Spurnack with a three, rattles it around. Morgan O'Brien couldn't handle the rebound, goes out of bounds off of Morgan. CV maintains possession. Out to Nastic. Hayes. Godshaw. McKinley Walsh. There's a travel. Pressure by McKinley Walsh, and Spurnack had nowhere to go and slid her foot. Turnover, Charger ball. Get it into Irolo, shoot with a head of steam, brings it across the timeline. O'Brien stands on the logo with the dribble, hands it off to Dashner. Approaching 6 minutes to go here. Morgan O'Brien, top of the key to Dashner, open three on the way. Nothing but net for Sarah Dashner. Makes it a 5-point game. Hayes gets fouled. I think Walsh is going to pick this one up. She was the only one in the vicinity. Yes. Second foul on the Chargers. That'll be the second on McKinley. Hayes, Douglas, Spurnack, Godshaw to Hayes. They work it around. At the elbow, it's Douglas, Spurnack, Godshaw, Hayes, Spurnack, Godshaw. Here's Hayes, little floater, short off the iron. Brought down by the Chargers. Here comes Dashner across to Marino, off the glass and in. Nice play there for the bucket, and it's a 3-point game. 5:10 to go here in the third. Douglas over to Hayes. She launches a three. Nothing but net. Back to a 6-point game. O'Brien from Irolo will bring it up. Get it inside, double team, but here's Dashner. She'll drive the hoop, dish it off to Marino, kicks it back out. Irolo says, let me take the three, can't get it to go. Goes out of bounds, off of Marino, Charger ball, and Coach Eckerly just waves his hands and as Danilo and Miller check in, and Douglas and I don't know who, because it's timeout being called. Full timeout is being called by the Chargers. With that, again, remind you again, I just did a few minutes ago, but Nazareth Prep boys team will be at the AAC tomorrow night, as will OSN. Myself, along with Christian Harbaugh, will be there to give you the call. Hope you can be there to cheer on the Chargers. The Saints have a really good team. It should be a fun matchup, and anxious to see how the Chargers do against this very athletic Saints team. I'm sure Coach Rod and crew have the team ready for that. Just a reminder for tonight as well. If you're wondering, gee, I haven't seen Cameron Hummel in the lineup. She's over there, you might see right on the edge of your screen. Young lady with crutches sitting next to her, that's Cameron. She's got a high ankle sprain. She hopes to be back soon, but not able to dress tonight. She's here in moral support, cheering on her team. Trail by 6 with 4.5 to go here in the third. Miller down baseline, cut off by Walsh. Comes back out, they work it around. Godshaw running the offense now. Godshaw in the corner, they get it out to Hayes. Almost knocked away by Arulo. Get it inside to Nastic. Back outside, they throw it away. This is going to be an over and back, taken away by Dashner. Dashner on Arulo. Dashner lays it up and in. 4-point game. Godshaw to Miller, taken away by the Chargers. Walsh up the head to Dashner. Dashner looking for some help. She'll slow it down. Sarah trying to set up the half-court offense. 3:40 to go here in the third. Arulo takes the pick from O'Brien, kicks it back out to Walsh to Dashner. Inside to Morgan O'Brien. She draws the foul, push foul. First foul of the quarter. For Central Valley, that'll go against Mariah Nastic. That's her second, team's first. Get it into Dashner. Dashner has it taken away on the pass back, and we get a foul. I thought that was a jump ball, but we're going to get a foul on the Chargers. That's going to go against Morgan O'Brien. That's her third. Godshaw. Top of the key. Taken away by the Chargers. Dashner, Sarah slowing it down. Hands it off to Morgan O'Brien. Out here with her 3 fouls with 3:10 left here in the third. Morgan O'Brien looking over the situation. There's Claudia Arulo. Arulo to the elbow. Gets it into O'Brien. Nice play. Gets it in. 2-point game. Godshaw up by the logo, up top. Down inside to Danilo in the corner. Knocked away. Here comes O'Brien. Trying to go full length. Lays it up and in, and we're tied. Here's Hayes. She's got some steam. Taken away by Dashner. That ball just came right into Sarah's hands, and she said, "Thank you very much." So we have 2:20 left here in the third. Dashner now over to Arulo. To Marino on the wing. To Dashner in the corner. She gets double teamed, and it goes off of CV, and they're saying, wow. And they're going to talk about this. Wow. Well, okay, they are giving it to the Chargers. It was off of Central Valley. It was plain as can be. And officials get that right. And Chris Razzo doesn't like it. Marino has her shot stopped. And we got a foul here. I don't know if Walsh or O'Brien are getting it. If it's O'Brien, it's her fourth. I think if Walsh gets it, it's her third. Yeah, Morgan O'Brien picks up her fourth. And that's the fourth on the Chargers here in the quarter, and she'll have a seat. As Garner comes in for the Chargers. Hayes. Nastic. To Danilo, to Hayes. She gets cut off. Godshaw, little floater. Foul by Garner, didn't pick up the foul. That'll be the fifth on the Chargers, so CV is in a double bonus now, but that'll put Godshaw at the line. Oh, they're going to say that was on Marino, her second. Godshaw shooting couple here. Hard off the back iron. We're still tied. 1:42 on this third quarter clock. Gets the second one to rattle down. CB with a 1-point lead. Irullo brings it up the court. Inside the Walsh. Taken away by Godshaw. Up ahead to Hayes. Hayes has it knocked away. Irullo with it. Back to Walsh. Walsh makes a move to the glass. Off the glass and in. The Chargers regain the lead. First time they've had the lead since the first quarter. Godshaw. Little floater. Doesn't go by Nastic. Brought down by Marino. And here come the Chargers back with a 1:05 to go here in the third. Dashner asking for some help. Claudia Irullo. Claudia was fouled. She tried to grab the ball and she gets called for a travel with 58 seconds left. Here comes CV. Trailing by 1. Miller goes across to Danilo. Godshaw to Miller. And saved over there by Douglas. You get it in, taken away by Garner. Up ahead to Walsh. Walsh lays it up off the glass and in. It's a 3-point lead for the Chargers with 30 seconds to go. Danilo into the paint, has it knocked away. Nice save there by Garner, gets it into the hands of Walsh. 20 seconds to go. Here comes Dashner. Sarah slows it down to Garner, or Marino. Garner now saves it back out to Marino. 10 seconds to go. Dashner, 7 seconds. Sarah, 5 seconds. All right, Rullo drives paint. They need to throw it up. They will, no good, and that's how the quarter will end with the score. The Chargers 40, Central Valley 37. So we got a, you see the screen went blank. We're fixing the camera battery. There we go. Want to thank Brian Dashner for running the camera for us today, doing a great job. And you see the score there at the end of 3, 40-37. The Chargers hadn't led this game since the first quarter when Central Valley made that like 8-0 run to take the lead off the Chargers. And CV will start with the ball. It will be Godshaw. Douglas, she says, I'll just shoot the 3. Off the iron, no good. It comes back right back out to Hayes this time. Godshaw on the wing. Out to Douglas. Douglas trying to hit Miller in the middle, doesn't go. Godshaw will take it inside. Danilo. There's Douglas inside, blocked, and they're going to say a foul on Garner. Miller, I think this is Miller at the line. Yeah, Garner picks up her first. First one does not go. Isabella Miller Can't get either one of them. Garner slaps it aside, picked up by Danilo. Douglas now has the ball, flips it around to Godshaw. She'll launch a three. Off the iron, rattles around. Irillo up ahead to Dashner. Dashner back to Garner. Picked up by Walsh. Marino back to Walsh. They work it around. Inside to Garner. Goes off a leg. Picked up by the Chargers. Dashner to Irillo. Pops it in. Claudia with the bucket. Long three. Rattles off by Miller. And it'll be off the Chargers. Douglas will, no, she won't trigger, and she'll go have a seat for CB. It'll be Godshaw to trigger in. Get it out to Hayes. All the way back out to Nastic. To Miller. Being hounded there by Walsh. To Nastic. To Hayes. Inside to Danilo. Can't get it to go. Garner, or Marino with the rebound. Up ahead to Dashner. Dashner into the forecourt. She'll catch it on the logo and just slow it down. Wide open is Garner. She'll throw up the jump shot baseline. No good. Marino pulls down the rebound. Now the Chargers are starting to get some rebounds, and it shows on the scoreboard. There's a foul there. Not called, but it's going to be Charger ball. 6:19 left. Danilo has a seat. Douglas comes back in for CV. Five-second violation. Turnover. CB will have the ball. Trailing by 5. Godshaw. Nastic to Miller. Hayes. Nastic. Godshaw. Godshaw gets it back out. I think this is C's, yeah. Miller has it taken out of her hands by Walsh. Irillo brings it up. Pull up jump shot. That's going to be short off the iron, and it's going to sit up there. Who's tall enough to jump up there and get that? That's funny. And the official does an official job there. 5:40 to go in this one. Chargers with a 5-point lead. 3-ball on the way. Air ball brought down by Marino. Here come the Chargers back the other way, trying to get it up ahead to Dashner. That's intercepted by Godshaw. Taken away by Irillo. They say she stepped on the sideline. I guess Central Valley doesn't commit any fouls because they're allowed to run into people and no fouls are being called, but that's neither here nor there. Godshaw. Spurnack. Godshaw. Hard off the back iron. We're going to do it again? No. Hayes pulls down the rebound. She loses it, and it goes out of bounds. Oh, she saved it from going out of bounds. Another foul on the Chargers, though. We'll rack those up. That'll be the second on the Chargers. That'll be the fourth on Dashner. Still a 5-point lead, just under 5 minutes to go in this one. Miller trying to get it inside. It goes out of bounds. Charger ball. And Morgan O'Brien with 4:53 remaining in the game comes back in with her 4 fouls. Dashner's still out on the court with her 4 fouls. Gia Marino will have a seat for the Chargers. Irullo. Claudia brings it across the timeline. Walsh to Dashner to Irullo. Makes a move. 3-ball on the way. Air ball. Nice save, but it goes right into the hands of Spurnak for CV. Irullo in her back pocket. They'll throw it over. Finally, Miller ends up with it. Godshaw to Spurnak. Rebound brought down by Nastic. And another foul on the Chargers. Third on the Chargers. 0 on the board for fouls for CV. That'll be the third on Walsh. 4:18 to go in this one. That one rattles in and out. I think this is Danilo at the line. Or no, this is Mariah Nastic. Can't get either one of them to go. Still no score. It's Dashner to bring it up. Sarah brings it across the timeline. Gets it over to O'Brien. Morgan down to the baseline. To Garner in the paint. Underneath. No good. Walsh couldn't get it to go. Here comes CV. Top of the key. 3 on the way from Douglas. She'll put it down. Makes it a 2-point game. Here comes Irullo. Claudia brings it up. Kicks it back out to Walsh. Walsh to O'Brien. How's that not a foul? Shot there by Irullo. That should be a jump ball. I think a timeout is called by CV. Full timeout called by Central Valley. We will step aside right along with them, so don't go away. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this one. Back at Coach Dave Nichols' gymnasium in Central Valley Middle School in Monaca, Pennsylvania. We're on Allen Street. And the Chargers clinging to a 2-point lead. They trailed for most of this game. They were heading the first quarter, and Central Valley made a nice, I believe it was an 8-0 or 9-0 run. Took the lead, and they had the lead until late in the third quarter when the Chargers finally reversed the situation and took the lead. They've been in the lead ever since, but Central Valley can tie it up or go ahead with a 3-ball here. Hayes comes all the way out, tipped, and is it going to be stolen? It is by Walsh. Walsh comes up with the Chargers. Dashner now. Sarah. That one's taken away by Central Valley. It's Hayes again. Cross, and they're going to throw this one away, and it goes right to Chris Razzo. I don't think he's an eligible player. Out of bounds. Charger ball. 3:06 on the clock. 2-point lead for the Chargers. 2 timeouts left for each team. Here comes Irullo. Avoids the intercept. She comes all the way down. Kicks it off to Garner. Off the glass and in. What a feed by Irullo. What a finish by Garner. 4-point lead for the Chargers. Godshaw. Douglas gets cut off. Back out to Godshaw. Hayes. She'll make a move to the glass. She gets fouled. Garner's going to pick up, I think, her foul. It'll be the 4th for the Chargers. And we got, looks like, stretching out some cramping. Both the teams go back to their benches. Yep. Central Valley does get some instructions. Well, maybe this isn't. Yeah, it looks like they're stretching out a cramp. Anyway, join us tomorrow night, 7:30 at the AAC. Hope to see you there as the Saints from Nazareth Prep over across the river come to visit. See if the Chargers can turn them away. Very athletic and should be a fun game to watch. As Prep, Chargers beat them last year. Trying to look up that game. I thought they played them last year. Maybe I was wrong. Don't see it. Nope, I don't see it. Yeah, he gets the first one. Down to a 3-point game, 1-possession game now with 2:46 on the clock. This is Hayes. Can't get the second one. Walsh with the rebound. Throws it off of Spirnak. And it'll be Charger ball with 2:42 left. 3-point game. Taken away by Central Valley. Pull up at the free throw line. And it's a 1-point game. Godshaw with that bucket. Arillo now. Central Valley wanted an over and back. It's not Garner. Gets the bucket. What a feed there by Arillo again. 3-point game. Spirnak, Godshaw play catch. Now they get it into Hayes, into the paint. The floater, good. Nice play there. And it's a 1-point game. Arillo back to O'Brien. Under 2 minutes to go. Off of O'Brien, out of bounds. Turnover. Central Valley can take the lead with 1:47 left here on the fourth quarter clock. Got an official issue here. Here comes Central Valley. 1:40 to go. Inside. Get it up, no good. Rebound comes out to Dashner for a moment. Central Valley ends up with it. It goes off of Central Valley. This should be, oh, no. No. That's a horrible call. Horrible call. They're saying Central Valley ball that clearly went off a Central Valley player, went off a leg. But Central Valley ends up with it, 1:24 left. Get it inside to Hayes. She stepped on a line, no call. Step back three, air ball, goes out of bounds. They save it. Picks up by O'Brien. O'Brien brings it up, kicks it over to Arillo. Arillo to Walsh. A minute to go. Dashner now. Sarah stands on the logo. Over to Arillo with a 1-point lead. Claudia gets it inside to O'Brien. Garner all by herself. She can't get it to go, but she drew the foul. Lola Gardner will be at the line. First foul comes with 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The foul will go against Nastic, her third. Garner can make this a 3-point game. Gets the first one. It's a 2-point game right now. 46.6 on the clock. Lola gets them both to roll in. And a timeout called by Coach Eckerly. That'll leave him with one left, a full timeout. And the unfortunate thing is the Chargers don't have, they have one foul to give. So you can't really foul, but they don't really want to foul. Central Valley has 4 fouls to give. So once Chargers get the ball, they can foul the Chargers to stop the clock. So I'm sure Coach Eckerly and Diamara and the coaching staff over there are telling him, do not foul. Do not foul. We don't want the clock to stop. There's a 2-point lead. 3-point lead. Force them to either take a three-point shot or try to drive the lane and try to draw the foul. And there's 46.6 seconds on the scoreboard clock. And there you see the score, 48-45. It'll be Miller to trigger in to Godshaw for Central Valley. The Chargers all back in their defensive position, so they'll just walk it up. Godshaw walks it across the timeline. Here we go. Hayes will launch a 3. Rattles in, rattles out. O'Brien with the rebound. It should be a jump ball, and it'll be Charger ball. .34 seconds to go. Douglas checks in. Spurnack will come out for Central Valley. 34 seconds, as I said. O'Brien will trigger in from the baseline. And they'll turn it over. Hayes going to try and no. That was on the line. That's only a 2. And another timeout. That's the right call. Her foot was on the line. Full timeout called by Central Valley. And it's a 1-point game, 48-47. The Chargers will have the ball. And you know Central Valley here is going to give all kinds of pressure to the Chargers. Checking in for the Chargers is going to be Leah Parker, I believe. She went to the scorer's table. We'll see if she comes in. What a fun one. This has been fun. It's been back and forth. Both teams had the lead. Chargers had a 7-point lead was their biggest, and the 10-point lead was the biggest, I believe, by Central Valley. And the Chargers fought all the way back, took the lead. And we're down to seconds here with a 1-point lead for the Chargers, trying to hang on. They will have the ball with 28.6 on the scoreboard. And you can bet all 5 Warriors are going to be in the backcourt for the Chargers. Trying to deny the inbound. Chargers are going to have to do their best to get the ball in. Once they get it in, then they have to get it up the court. Try to avoid the foul to keep the clock running. O'Brien, baseball pass. Here goes Walsh. She's got it. Lays it up and in. 50-47, 3-point game with 22 seconds left. Godshaw, long 3 off the iron. Brought down by Central Valley, 13 seconds ago. Taken away by Arillo. Claudia gets the foul and the bucket. What a play by the Chargers. It's a 5-point game, and Claudia will be at the line shooting for the traditional 3-point play. If she can do this with 9 seconds left, it's pretty much academic. It's already a 2-possession game for Central Valley. With 9.4, Claudia can make this a 6-point game. And does not. Rolls in and out, but it's a 5-point game. Chargers wanted her to be out of bounds. There's a three on the way, hard off the iron, and that's the game. The Chargers are going to win this one, 52-47. What a game you just saw. Chargers battling back after being down by 10. Coming away with the victory here in Central Valley. Knocking off 4A Central Valley, giving Central Valley their first loss of the season. They now go to 2-1. The Chargers go to 4-1, and they'll continue on. Chargers' next game will be against Union on Wednesday the 13th, and at Union. So good luck to the Chargers. We step aside, we'll gather our thoughts, we'll wrap this one up, put a bow on it, and call it a night. But the Chargers win this one 52-47 here from Central Valley. Don't go away, we'll be right back to wrap this one up. Welcome back to Central Valley. Coach Dave Nichols Gymnasium in Monaco on campus of Central Valley. We're at the middle school, and the Chargers just find ways to get it done this year as they go 4-1 now, and knock off the 4A Central Valley Warriors by a score of 52-47. You see there, and Chargers jumped out to the lead in the first quarter. They had a 7-point lead, and then boom, here come the Warriors. They went on an 8 or 9-0 run, I can't remember now, and took the lead. They expanded it to 10 points by third quarter, and by late in the third quarter, the Chargers took the lead back and never relinquished it, and come away with the victory, a 5-point win over the Warriors. 52-47, and as I said, the Chargers will be back in action on Wednesday against Union. They'll travel up to Newcastle and play Union. It's up near Newcastle. But Coach Eckerly and his staff, congratulations to them, Diamara and Chris Visquetis and Ashley Norling and Tess Deacon. Got these girls playing at a high level, and they played with one of their key subs out, as I mentioned a couple times, Cameron Hummel, and hopefully she'll be back soon. And I know Coach Doc Quinn is hoping for that too. He's one of her key softball players, but I'm sure she'll be back way before then. But the Chargers proving that they can get it done all kinds of different ways tonight. They stiff defense. They tried to trap them in the backcourt and confused them in the first quarter, and the Chargers figured a way to break that, and then they weren't boxing out, and Central Valley was dominating on the glass, and the Chargers turned that around, and then when they did both of those things, the game turned around for them, and they took control and come away with the victory. So so much for that. So on behalf of everybody here, I want to thank everybody for watching. Christian, we'll see you tomorrow night as Nazareth Prep will invade the AAC for the boys, and we'll bring you that game against Nazareth Prep. Marty, we'll talk to you soon, and hope your things went well tonight for you, and we'll talk to you then. I'm OLSH saying thanks everybody for watching. we'll see you tomorrow night at the AAC as Nazareth Prep and the Chargers will take it to the court. Chargers win tonight. The ladies win 52-47 over the Central Valley Warriors from Monaca. Good night, everybody, and have a pleasant week. And happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody, too. It's that time of year we can start wishing everybody Merry Christmas. So we'll see you tomorrow night right here on the OLSH Sports Network.